everyone, my name is Sanjisha and my metric number is 29819.
And my name is Darren Yongwei and my metric number is 300110.
Today, we are the interviewers and this interview is part of our group assignment for the course BWRRK1013 Risk and Insurance. Without further ado, let's interview our today's guest. First of all, may I ask who you are and what kind of business you do in BWRRK?
So, hi, my name is Najee, or simply you can call me Max. So, I'm actually currently a graduate student at the UUM and I'm doing industrial statistics for my degree. So, I'm actually currently running a kiosk at BWRRK1013 which is called Value, which is mainly selling fresh sandwiches.
That sounds great. Could you share with us about the history or background of Balance?
So the origin of Balance was founded by a girl called Eden Teng. Then now she went for her internship. So actually, the starting of Balance is actually she deciding whether she want to do the business balance or she want to go for the mobility. But then at the end, she chose to start a business called Balance. But actually, at first, the Balance only focused on selling the Malaysian traditional foods like the kaya and butter toast as well as the big breakfast. But then as the time goes by, we started to focus on selling those freshly made sandwiches. Like we have the signatures like blackberry grilled delight as well as cheesy mushroom omelette.
Thank you for sharing. Now let's get straight to our main topic. As we all know, risk is everywhere. It is part of our life, especially when running a business. Even small-scale business like yours might face certain risks. So, can you tell us some of the risks that you and your partner might face when running a business?
Right. So, since our business is focused on the F&B industry, so our main concern is the hygiene and safety as well. So, actually, for information, our menu is mainly composed of the freshly made ingredients such as the vegetable as well as the meat. So, basically for the vegetables, we have the coral, purple cabbage as well as the tomato. So, when it comes to the preparing as well as handling the food, we have to be extra cautious since a single mistake can lead to the customer complaints as well as the health problems.
Alright, what are the risks do you face?
So, how can you mention the business without the worker itself? So, actually, my second concern will be about the staffing. So, for information, as I mentioned earlier, actually, the bank was on-campus business situated at the BKG5 college. So, mainly our workers are from the BWRRK student, which work as a part-timer. So, as a matter of fact, sometimes due to the matter of academic, they are unable to attend the work itself. So this might lead to a problem such as maintaining the consistency as well as the quality of the food itself. So my third concern would be about the competition. So actually, as an entrepreneur, what we might afraid is about having the food that is clashing with other business as well. But luckily, in the case of our Balance, we actually don't have much competitor at the BKG5. Let me give you an example. For example, the coffee is mainly selling about the coffee, then the other branch is selling about the spaghetti as well as we have drink. So actually, there isn't much about to worry on. But recently, the cafeteria that was opened at the BKG5 has actually given me a little bit of threats because it actually sells a variety of foods such as the chicken chop as well as the seasoning. So actually it's kind of difficult for us to sustain the loyalty of the customer as well as to attract a new customer base. Next, the concern I would like to talk about is regarding the supply chain disruption. So for your information, our kiosk Balance will do the purchasing at every Tuesday and Saturday itself. So actually it's not lucky that we got what we want every time. Sometimes it's due to the reason of lack of supply as well as the food shortage. We actually face some problems which might affect our whole business operation. So let me give an example. Actually one of our sandwich is mainly focusing on the selling the fish fillets. But then due to the reasons of lack of supply from the owner itself, we might not able to sell that sandwich from the previous semester until now. So lastly, the main concern we talk about is regarding the theft and vandalism. So since our brand is on-campus business, so we have our vendor assets such as the refrigerator, then the cooker as well as the pressure cooker to keep it locked within our house. However, there still might be a chance that it might get stolen by others if they intend to.
Thank you for sharing. Even small business face many risks like food safety, staffing, competition, staff, and supply issues. Here consider some common approaches to manage this risk and provide your feedback on our ideas.
One of the approaches for risk is risk management. For food safety and hygiene, actions like staff training for specifically on hygiene and use cleaning checklists. For staff issues, having a large pool of candidates or using a good scheduling practices helps to manage service quality. For supply chain issues, we can find alternative suppliers or ingredients to substitute to reduce the impact of the problem.
At the same time, for managing risk as commercial issue strategies like focusing on more marketing, maintaining high food quality, and using insurance for the problem of still effective. Are these approaches already in place or are you considering them?
So I personally very appreciate on how you give us on tackle with the risk itself on by giving some common approaches to our company. However, I do not agree much on the theft and vandalism part since our assets are not covered by the insurance. So actually, if anything did happen to our assets, you actually have to bear the cost ourselves.
I see. Thank you for clarifying that. So look at the overall picture of how you handle this risk. It says that you are using both risk control and risk financing. As you mentioned, for food safety and hygiene and also securing items against theft, that relates to loss prevention.
For strategies like using supply alternative and focusing on quality, that is connected to loss reduction, while handling vandalism cost yourself is passive risk retention. This interview has been very helpful for understanding the risk management approach. Thank you for your insight and thank you again for taking your time to do this interview.
Right. Thank you for having me. Welcome and have a nice day.